So today I'm in the lovely divine shop of Caren Templet, and she is a wonderful fashion designer of women's clothing and accessories. And we're going to just talk about Caren and what she does and the process and how she got started. So if you wouldn't mind, Caren, would you let us know where this all came from? How did you begin?
Probably I started sewing about 23 years ago. I was taught by my mother. And just the circumstances, not having what I needed, and the clothes wasn't available to me, and money not available, so therefore I started sewing. I started every aspect from interior design, floristry. I was trained in London for that, and basically it was just like fashion has always been the thing that actually stayed paramount and was like first in my mind. And then, as the years, probably the last 8-9 years, I've been really focusing on it, making sure I eventually open my own line. You design for everybody else, and your life's just not getting any younger, and you kind of think, well, if I never do it, I've got 3 girls and a son, and at the end of the day, it's like, well, Mum, you're going to do this, and I was like, yeah, I think I should, instead of doing it for everybody else. And I'm ready. I mean, I don't really think I was ready until I was in my early 40s. I think I would have made things that I really would have been embarrassed to and ashamed, like maybe 40 years down the road. I don't feel like that now. So I think it's a time when you're ready, and I certainly am feeling that way now.
And so people usually think of a high-end fashion design boutique being in New York, Chicago, LA, San Francisco. But here we are in Sacramento, which is a lovely city, but rather small and not known for high fashion design. So how did you come here?
Well, my friends work for production managers in New York, LA, for some leading designers, and I'd go out there, and part of me was, everybody all in one place. I loved it. I like going there. I still use the couture rooms in New York, and same as Ralph and Black Label and all these other different, high-end labels. But I didn't necessarily want to be based in New York and LA. To me, it's about making the clothes. I love to sew. I wish I could be in the sewing rooms all the time, but business makes it such that I can't, and I'm hoping in 10 years from now that will change drastically. I'm also trying to do that process now. But to me, it was just, there's a real need in other cities. And, Sacramento's the capital of California. So to me, as much as we've got LA, Sacramento is a political hub. We have a lot of functions. There's lots of things going on. And I just couldn't actually buy a dress when I actually needed one, and was going off myself to Elton John's Oscar party. I couldn't find it even in San Francisco. They sent them all out to LA. And here I am, being in the business, not being able to get one of the best dresses as a fashion designer. So to me, that kind of just sealed the deal on being able to not be in the public eye when I first got started, being able to focus on making clothes, which was paramount to me, over being some social person that has to be seen at these events doing these things. And to me, it was about making clothes, and I'm seriously about making clothes. And it didn't matter whether I was Sacramento or New York. I mean, I have clients from New York, and all they say to me is, "Come, don't go anywhere. We're coming to you." And I figure that kind of nobody knows I'm here yet, but yeah, they probably will.